Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 6 of Civilization Beyond Earth Rising Tide. Strangely, I'm actually recording this series of 5 videos the day after the previous 5. Normally I just do one recording session a week, but I was having so much fun playing this yesterday that I got to the end of the week's worth of recording and I thought, you know what, I just want to go and do the next week's now because I was really enjoying it. I haven't felt that way about Civilization 5 in quite a long time. Maybe that's because I've been playing it on a harder difficulty and haven't felt like I've been having quite as much fun with it. Who knows, by the time I get to the end of this playthrough I might feel the same way about Rising Tide. Or at least certainly by the time that I start playing it on high difficulty levels. But I figured it was a good, good to give it a go and jump straight back in and carry on from yesterday while I've remembered roughly what I was doing. I've turned off those annoying advisor pop-up messages because they were getting on my nerves. One thing that I was thinking about is, it's been so long since I've played this game, I've pretty much forgotten how the victory conditions. So I thought I'd have a quick look in and sort of familiarise myself. Okay, so there are no new victory conditions. So there is still the domination victory, which is your standard control everybody else's capital, and then there's the contact victory, which is the sort of generic science victory, and then you've got promised land, emancipation, transcendence, which are the 3 affinity specific victories. So the victory types haven't changed. Apparently we've got a domestic quest in there somewhere, according to that. But one that I can't see. Well, that's weird. Anyway, let us carry on. I also wanted to have a quick look at my artifacts. I don't have a progenitor artifact at the moment. I actually was having a quick look through the Steam achievements and noticed that there... I mean, I didn't read it all in detail, so I may have been wrong, but I'm almost certain that there is one you can get by mixing different ones together. They don't all have to be from the same type. So I could mix together any 3 and get something. So this one would give me 50% worker build speed. But what I want to do is try and get a progenitor one. We should be able to get that because we've got that scout up here, or that explorer. I keep using Civilization 5 terminology, it's not going to stop. We've got that explorer up there who hopefully can grab that progenitor ruin. So we have now met the Chungsu. This is one of the new leaders that's been added. I think this is the other aquatic one. I think. Where are we? Doesn't necessarily say. I'm sure this is the aquatic guy. So, okay, understood. We are going to need to set up some agreements. We definitely need to get ourselves some more diplomatic capital because we don't have an awful lot at the moment. These advisor pop-ups are flipping annoying. I wish I could turn them off. But I do actually, in the menu, I actually have gone into, where are we, options. I've got the advisor level set to no advice. Previously, it was on experienced player. I'm surprised it didn't just default to new to Rising Tide, but it was on experienced player. But I've set that to no advice, so I'm not too sure why it's coming up with that. I'm not sure if there's anything in interface options that really needs to be... no, everything seems to be how it should be. Not too sure what's going on there. Okay. Well, whatever. So, we have finished our production of a worker here, so we have a second worker at last. 50% yields from domestic trade routes. I don't have any domestic trade routes going at the moment. I don't really have an awful lot of useful stuff that I can build. So what I am going to do, I think we'll get ourselves an extra explorer out, especially as we've now got this ability to capture aliens. And I'll probably get another submarine or another gunboat, because I don't want to end up with no army. Apparently, one thing that has been changed in this game, because you now have this system with the various different leaders where you, let's just pick somebody at random, you have this sort of fear and respect thing. Apparently, it's a lot harder to get out of a war once somebody declares on you, so I'd like to be nice and powerful to make sure that I can either protect myself or just stop them from attacking me in the first place. I don't think he has any agreements that we could really enact. Trade units, 8 combat defense for trade units, that's pretty cool. And none of these that we can really afford, so we probably won't bother with those right at the moment. Speaking to a friend of mine the other day, was also saying you can use them to buy certain things. Yeah, you can actually purchase things with diplomatic capital as well. I hadn't even realised that that tab was a thing. So you can actually use your Diplo capital to buy stuff. So that can be quite powerful later on. Not something that I'm interested to do right now. And even if I was, I don't have enough capital, so I'm not going to bother with it. So let's see what we've got going on up here. I want this guy to go and grab this thing, but he definitely needs to heal up first. There are some other aliens around, but We've got our own little army. I also want to dig this crashed satellite up, but we'll use our other explorer for that, the one we're just working on. This new worker, he's going to get his arse over here, and he's going to start working on these... Now, this is the question, right? It says that we can build xenomass wells on them. See, that might be nice for a xenomass well, because it's 9 xenomass. But we had a mission. That was the wrong button. We had a mission, which... Is it this one? Build 1 alien preserve building. Now, what do you have to build that on? Do you have to build that on anything specific? Is that a land building? That's what I want to know. Let's go and have a look in the Civilopedia. Alien Preserve. Which is this thing here. So, prerequisite tech. Doesn't tell us what it's built on. Just tells us what it gives us. Oh, it's not an improvement, is it? It's a building. It's actually a building. Oh, cool. So we don't actually need to build that on these. Ah, that's interesting. So, did I not actually see that in the list? Can't see it. Have we unlocked the tech for it? I'm confused as anything now. Where are we? Alien Preserve is under Alien Life Forms, which is here, which we have researched. Allows the Alien Preserve building. Allows the Explorer to use the Leash Alien ability. Ah, so that's how we got that, from Alien Life Forms. Okay. Can only be constructed in land cities. Well, that's going to be a problem then, isn't it? I was planning to do this only using sea cities because there's an achievement to complete this only using oceanic cities. Explorer units may leash aliens. Apparently later on you can get it so you can grab colossal ones as well. So we need a land city if we want to build an alien preserve. I think we will head towards doing that. So what about if we want to get a xenomass well? That is Alien Sciences. I think that is where we want to go next so we can start building xenomass wells. So we're working on robotics at the moment. We'll allow that to continue. So that worker can't do what I wanted him to, although there are some other things up here that he can upgrade, so I'm not too fussed about that. But I'm learning. We're discovering stuff. I don't think aliens can spawn as long as I sit on the nests here. We definitely need to try and get ourselves some more diplomatic capital. It's quite low. So there's quite a few things that we want to build here. We are low. We've got income, but we are struggling on health. Cyto Nursery would give us health, production, and science. The clinic is faster to build, though, and it gives us 2 health, so I think we'll go for that one first. We actually have a Chungzu colonist here, which I'm not sure if I'm happy about that. I don't really want to declare war. We are kind of blocking his way right now, so I think we'll keep those units there. So you can just sort of stay on alert. I'm just hoping that I can heal my... I hope he's not coming too far down here. No, he's setting up right there, cheeky git. So he's probably going to go for supremacy. He might even get attacked by these aliens, though. So if he ends up losing that, then that's fine as far as I'm concerned. This city has grown in size. What tiles are you working? You're working those 2. They're not fantastic, but they're okay, I guess. Don't really see any point in buying any other tiles instantly, so we'll leave you as you are. Culture developed. Not sure I want to take that free worker now. I've already got a second one. Outpost growth could be useful. Do I just want to go through and carry on getting the stuff for the sciences? Well, +1 health for every 6 population in a city. That can be useful. I think we'll go ahead and grab that. That's put us up to +2. Let's try and stay in positive health so we don't actually get any negative side effects. Now, what do we want to build over here now? I guess we could go for the same thing and get ourselves the Cyto Nursery. And that would give us some extra production here as well. Pharma Lab would give us +3 health, but it's a long time to build. So I think we'll go for the Cyto Nursery first. And you guys can all just stay around there. I'm really hoping that alien just manages to take him out, actually. I don't know if there's any other alien units around the area. Obviously, the city has recovered a little bit. He might directly attack the alien. The alien's in miasma anyway, so the alien will actually recover somewhat. Really want the aliens just to wipe him out. We still shouldn't have any problem grabbing this, but I do want this guy to be at full health before we attempt it, so we'll leave you guys around here. This is a piece of land, not necessarily a piece of land that I wanted to colonise on, but we shall see. Right, what are you going to do? We'll get a work barge there. That'll give us some more production. That's never a bad thing. And who are you? You're a Chungsu cutter. If you wouldn't mind going away. Yeah, he's still attacking those aliens. He hasn't quite taken the aliens out yet. He's still taking a bit of a battering. So the question is, if I want to go and set up a land city, where do I want to go and set one up? I guess I could grab one up here somewhere. That was sort of going to be my next choice anyway. See, we've got a Crest satellite down here as well. We'll send our other guy there. We could also try and grab one over here, but I don't want to end up being too far away. Let's keep allowing these guys to just sort of heal up. You have built whatever you were building down there. We know we can't get the Xenomass well straight away. Don't necessarily want the petroleum, because I think that does give you unhappiness, I seem to recall. We do have some money in the bank. We could definitely go ahead and buy a tile. Now, these tiles are quite expensive, but they're really good tiles. So we'll go ahead and do that. So if we build here, we get an extra 2 production and an extra 1 energy. So that's got to be worth doing. So we'll go down and do that. I'm not even sure if we're working that tile. We don't have a lot of population here. We should definitely be working the one that's giving us 2 food. And working the one... Are we actually growing? Yeah, really slowly. We'll probably need to work one of the farms afterwards just to give us some additional food. But these tiles would be really, really good. If we didn't have the food problems. We'll try and sort that out at some point. Again, you guys just sit around. That outpost is going to continue to grow. There's not a lot we can do about that. Unless there's some more aliens up here that I've just generally not spotted. Right, so apparently we're cooperating. Or she'd like to be cooperating. So you want to cooperate. Okay, sure. So we're making +9 diplomatic capital. Let's turn around and say... Do you know what? That must be hers, yeah. So let's accept. So we're now cooperating. Is she asking for something else? I thought I'd already hit the I accept. Well, apparently we're still cooperating. And she's the top of the scoreboard at the moment as well, so that's not a bad thing. We've got a quest decision here. We can get extra energy from tidal turbines or health from tidal turbines. Now then, what do tidal turbines normally give me? I can't remember. I think we've actually got one in here somewhere. Tidal turbine. So a tidal turbine is normally designed just to specifically give you energy. So do I want to increase the energy yield and make it more worthwhile, or do I want it to... I guess having something that's hybrid is not a bad idea, because it means you can build one building and get two bonuses from it, and it kind of then makes it pay for itself, doesn't it? Because at the moment, a tidal turbine... well, actually, it doesn't cost any maintenance, so it's already paying for itself. So having something that pays for itself and gives us some health as well is not a bad thing. It's only +1 health, though. Well, we're making energy, so we'll go for +1 health. Because that's usually where I struggle in this game. Deep Castle's finished that Explorer. I did say I wanted more units, but I'm going to go ahead and grab another colonist quickly, just so we can try and drop a city down here somewhere. It's going to be a little bit far away. It's going to be tricky to defend, but I think we will manage. This Explorer... I'm going to go over here and grab this crash satellite. It is next to an alien nest, so we might have to do some clever stuff over here. I was originally going to use him to grab this crash satellite. We may not get the opportunity to do that, but we'll see what happens. You have arrived here. You're going to build a... Is it a mine that we build on this? That looks like a mine, doesn't it? Tells me what it is when it's improved by a mine, but what do I have? Oh, it's in the... I forget what. It's in the corner up near the map, and it says there, improvement mine. So we're going to go and build a mine on it because it gives us +2 and +1. It's the best thing that we could build on it, so we'll go ahead and do that. Dropping down in the scores a little bit now. We still one civilization that we haven't found yet either. Production, we have finished the clinic. Let's go ahead and get that old Earth relic. It's only 4 turns and that'll give us some more diplomatic capital. So what she got here, we may both be blessed by this agreement. So they get aquatic cities. Now this is what they get. So their aquatic cities get 25% more combat strength, which is fine. And they give me 15 per turn. I thought we were cooperating, though. We are cooperating. So if we're cooperating... Oh, right. It's not the amount of capital you get. It's the amount of bonus you get. So they get 25 because we're cooperating. But we get 15 Diplo capital per turn. Yeah, I think we'll go for that. So that's now put us up to 24 capital per turn. That's actually quite good. Interesting. I'm not using any of my own yet because I don't feel the need to use any. And again, this is a lot of the problem that Beyond Earth had before Rising Tide, is there wasn't always a need to do diplomacy. The option was there, but most of the time it was pretty pointless. So we've grown here in population. We're working one of the farm tiles, but one of the farm tiles that gives us production, I think that is a more than reasonable tile to work. It's not going to grow epically fast, so we'll have to sort something out there. Nice that we are getting some more of this Diplo stuff. We've got a new technology. We've got robotics, so we can build TACJEX, we can build auto plants. So plus energy from international city or station trade routes, so we can get some energy by building one of those. We can build Phyrexite mines, and we can build manufactories. Don't want manufactories, they're terrible because they give you negative health and they cost 2 energy. That's terrible for 3 production. But yeah, getting the auto plant will certainly be useful. Let's go ahead and... oh, we've got level 1 in supremacy. So what does that give us now? Level 2 in supremacy. Explorer units can build an additional expedition. That would be quite useful, actually. Okay, well, we'll carry on as is. We could still get some... We don't have any agreements of our own yet. We can actually afford some now. Let's have a look, and we have personality traits. Oh, those are our traits. Do we want to increase our energy yield? I don't think we need to. Do we want to get an agreement with somebody? Let's have a look at that. View active agreements. We've only got the one. Agreements with me, which is that one. So we could go ahead and get an agreement. Let's have a look at these people and see what we can get. Well, let's do the one that we're friendly with first, because we'll get a better agreement with them. We'll get a better yield from it. So let's discuss potential agreements. So we could gain some additional health, which we don't really need. We're actually good on health at the moment. Worker units being free to build. Well, I've already got a couple. I don't really need to build one right the way. We could get some money, but I don't really think we need that. I think everything's quite good. Let's have a quick look at the other people.
How can I help you?
See what we could get from you. Covert agents. I don't even have any covert agents right now. Capital science yield increased by 12%. That's not bad. It does cost 25 per turn, which is slightly more than I can afford. Only slightly. I think I will leave it just for a little bit, at least until I'm earning plus 25 or more. And then we might go for one of the options, whatever they may be. You're fully healed. So now I'm going to get you down to here. We are going to have to back up with these guys. It doesn't look like that thing's going to go anywhere anytime soon. So we'll back up with you. Hopefully we can actually just get one of them to sit on that and protect it from those guys and go and dig it up myself then. So you guys have arrived here. This could potentially be problematic because we could get attacked by these things. These are the hardest things here to beat. So let's go ahead and leash them. So that way we can instantly grab them, and then we could take some of these bugs out that could potentially cause a problem. Didn't quite kill them, but we should be good enough. So you can dig that up on the next turn, hopefully, if we don't get horribly murdered by all of these bugs that are around. Yeah, you're just attacking these guys. That's fine. Now, are you going to attack? Yep, you're attacking him, so you've just suicided yourself. That's fine. Okay, as long as you don't attack me, we should be good. You're on the alien nest, which means we can pillage that. So that's what we will do. You're going to work on that because it's not in miasma. You can't actually attack there, but you can move adjacent, which might mean that they'll attack you instead. And so we've also got a derelict settlement here to dig up as well. Awesome. So we've also now got our colonist. Do we want to get any of these things? Yes, we know we want to get an auto plant, so we'll go ahead and do that. We will need to get you digging. You are in miasma. It's going to take you 5 turns, so you should be able to do it. You're going to sit on there. We do have a siege worm close by, so that's something to keep in mind. You guys can stay there for now. You have finished work on that. Excellent. We've got titanium here. We really should get that improved. And we've got this colonist. Well, we know where we want to get this colonist, but at the same time, we do want to get him there safely. So I might wait until we've just dealt with these aliens. In fact, we can safely move you there, and then we can use these aliens as an escort. But that's all I've got time for on this video, so I think that's a great place to end anyway. And I'll see you guys next time. I hope you are still enjoying Rising Tide, and until next time, goodbye for now.